Do these new claims over lockdown signal an end to your political career?
Sir, we're going to
Sorry,
ask
do
you
you
back.
mind?
We're going to stand back. Please,
Mr.
sir.
Johnson,
Excuse me.
what do these
Stand back, please,
WhatsApp,
sir.
what do the WhatsApp messages tell us about your behaviour during lockdown?
Let's not
Do they further impugn your integrity, sir? Is your political career over, Mr. Johnson?
back up, sir.
Sorry.
I get it, but let's not
I'm
do
a-
that,
yeah,
please.
I'm a-
I get it.
Mr. Johnson, do these lockdown claims finish your political career? Sir, you're being paid a lot of money on a speaking engagement in the United
Ask
States.
you to stand back, please.
People in the UK might want to hear you speak on a matter that matters to them.
So I'm going to ask you to please stand back, please,
I'm a
sir.
BA, I'm a
I'm
BA
gonna
customer,
ask you
sir.
to please stop by. I'm going to ask
I'm
you
a
to
BA
please stop
customer.
back.
Mr. Johnson, will you be further embarrassed by your WhatsApp messages during lockdown? Will they further impugn your integrity, sir? Mr. Johnson, what did your constituents have to gain from your meeting with Donald Trump? Mr. Johnson, you have form in terms of breaking the law on COVID. Have you broken it again?
No, and I've been here to talk about Ukraine. That's what I've been doing. And
Why wouldn't you talk about COVID? You're being accused of breaking the law at Chequers and at Downing Street, did you?
no, but look.
If it's proved that you did, are you finished as a politician?
The answer is that, as I said before, there was absolutely no rule breaking, and
What proof do you have of that?
well, look, those who want to make allegations should make allegations, and so far nobody has. And you want my honest view, I think this whole thing is completely nonsensical. And look, I've got to check in for a flight now. This whole thing is a load of absolute nonsense. I think it was absurd that it was decided to pass entries in my diary to the police.
What do these entries say? What do these entries say?
They merely record events in my day.
Meeting friends at Chequers when you shouldn't have been.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And that will be demonstrated.
Well, what do they demonstrate?
So we're going to
And I've got nothing more to say.
I'm asking you very politely to back up, please. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You all set? I'm going to ask that you do not impede us, okay? As a federal law enforcement officer, I'm asking you do not impede us.
We won't.
That's your warning.
We won't. Yeah.
You
I'll tell
understand?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
So, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
If you want an interview with me, I'll happily talk to you. This whole thing is a load of nonsense from beginning to end, and we've made that clear in the statements that I've issued. I think that it's ridiculous that elements in my diary should be cherry-picked and handed over to the police, to the Privileges Committee, without even anybody having the basic common sense to ask me what these entries referred to.
What do they refer to?
There is absolutely nothing in those entries that constitutes rule breaking during COVID restrictions, okay?
Mingling with friends at Chequers when you shouldn't have been.
No, that is absolutely not what those diary entries show. That is not what those diary entries show, and the whole thing is totally nonsensical.
Who is trying to stitch you up, Mr. Johnson? Who do you think is trying to stitch you up?
You may well ask.
Who do you think is trying to stitch you up? Richie Sunak?
It's any. Yeah, I'm just. Let's go.
Who is trying to stitch you up, sir? Is it Richie Sunak?
Look, I think it's totally. Where are you? Come on, where are you?
About impeding us, sir.
Yeah.
I've asked you.
It's okay. It's okay. He's from Sky News. He's entitled to ask me questions, and I'm going to tell you. I just think it's totally nonsensical and bizarre that there are tens of thousands of entries in the Prime Ministerial Diary. I've never seen these things before because I haven't looked through it. None of them constitute a breach of the rules during during COVID, and they weren't during lockdown, they were during other periods of the restrictions. None of them constitute a breach of the rules. None of them involve socialising. It is total nonsense, and I find it extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary, that these things are handed over by, I don't know quite what authority, the Cabinet Office or whoever, to the Privileges Committee and to the police, without any attempt to establish what these things actually mean or what they refer to, with me. And I can assure you that, and I can assure the public that they're all completely innocent and within the rules. And, you know, you talk about a stitch-up, you talk about...
You spoken about a stitch-up.
You
said you're being stitched... You said originally you were being stitched up by whom? Richie Sunak? I mean, there's talk of...
Well,
there's talk of a skip fire.
For reasons that... somebody somewhere thinks it's sensible to do this. I don't.
There's talk of a skip fire in the Tory party. Would you encourage that? And do you see that as a potential comeback for you?
Oh, that's former Prime Minister Boris Johnson there speaking to our US correspondent James Matthews, returning from a visit to the United States, in which he said it's absurd that they passed details from his diary entries to the police. The whole thing is a load of nonsense from beginning to end, and nothing that he did constitutes rule breaking. So that exclusive with our US correspondent James Matthews there, who we hope to speak to once we return from our break. So that was